Courtney.
This, the Time Check Park entryway area, is that bound by the same rules as that stretch north of there, or is that bound by a different set of rules? Yeah.
You mean this part? I think he's
Right.
questioning this part. Is this going to have more flexibility, or does it have to go with that? Sorry.
The riverside of the levee has restrictions, so.
So there would be restrictions here, but not here.
But not.
Okay. Mike, did you have a question? I thought I saw your hand. No? Okay. Okay. Tony?
Oh, just Irma, kind of on the thing about the park qualified generational. When we did the park revitalization, they put in adult line swings, but I think they had an accident, so they're having to check to see that they can restrict the swing motion. But also, they put in horseshoe pits, and they did a 40-footer, and they did a 30-footer. I know I can't swing it to the night. Let's see what else.
Somebody cut that off today.
And
They took the tether ball.
Yep. During the day.
That's good.
So keep an eye on our park, because evidently someone cut off the tether ball and borrowed it today, so.
Well, maybe it'll come back.
If they just borrowed it. Any other ideas or comments?
I'm sure they can bring them up to one of us if they need.
If after this meeting, you're more than welcome to contact anybody on the board and give them, and we can.
I can leave my email address and phone number, and then you can either email me or call me if anything comes up. And we'll just kind of keep you notified of what the process is, because it may take a while. We don't want you to think that we forgot about you or gone away. The funding part, we don't know if it's going to go quickly or take a while. So we'll just kind of keep you guys apprised of where we're at in the process.
Can we just plan while we're waiting?
Can we plan while we're waiting?
We can make suggestions.
Okay, right, we can, yeah.
Frank?
One of the things I'd like to see in that vicinity would be a small amphitheater.
A small amphitheater? Okay. And we'll have to juggle, because there's this idea of the band shell in Green Square and the amphitheater downtown, so we do have to juggle to make sure whatever we put in there, that we've got kind of a good cross-section across the community. The other thing is we have to make sure that whatever we put in there is sustainable. So we've got, our parks crews are going to have to maintain with probably little additional staff. So we've got to make sure we don't put things in there that are going to be extremely high maintenance, because then we're going to have a hard time getting in there and taking care of it.
And in the interim, there's a new small gazebo that was built where we do some performances and musical things in the park. So, you know, that's good for right now.
How much of this plan depends exclusively on the levee being there?
I think that what we're trying to do is take where the houses are gone and give it back to the neighborhood and the community as park space. That's what we're trying to do. And so, regardless, we can do this, and I guess that's what our feeling is. If it's going to be an empty lot, we'd rather have it be a park. And so that's where we're coming from.
So Bagel, if I could just to clarify, sorry. This is going to have to be amended if there is no levee put in. Because they won't be able to take out the one levee that's there.
Right.
And if the other levee's not put in. So this would have to be amended if these change, and we already know the Army Corps is talking about changing it, so some of this is going to change.
Right. The only thing that would, if it was determined that there was going to be housing that was going to go back, that's really the only thing that would be where we wouldn't develop the grade line.
So what you're saying, hypothetically, if at some point in time it's determined, for a final determination, that the existing berm is going to be built bigger, or there isn't going to be a berm to the west of that park area, there's nothing to say you still couldn't do that same layout,
Right.
even if it's technically on the dry side of the levee.
Right.
Just a moment, Mike.
I got a little concerned about the phase, say time checks in the first phase, what's
The
going on.
existing time check.
Okay, well, I live down there, so I'm watching the sewers get all cut off, all the houses are going down, and then they're doing a bunch of work on Ellis. Is there a possibility with a lot of rain that these phases could affect us? I mean, as far as tearing up the sewers and, you know, I don't know, when you cut a pipe off, the water's got to go somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's a lot of houses that have no sewage running past them anymore, so I'm wondering about people that are down there. If we're in any more threat of flooding because of phases.
We would have to talk to Public Works because they're the ones that take care of kind of that infrastructure as it happens, and then we take care of kind of the top.
Well, the reason I asked is there's a big tanker truck down there today just shooting water both sides of the street as much as he could put out. And he said it was to make the water flow. To get the water flowing through the sewer system. Because there's not enough people on it. That's why I asked.
We would have to have Public Works, because that's beyond our knowledge.
You could have them try to take public works. So, Irma?
Well, another thing to think about is we have 4 seasons here. Making something that's available all year round. If it's not an amphitheater, some kind of a cover so that things don't get rained out and have something all season, all year round.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Like a skate park or something.
Yeah.
How about, like, something that could, in the summer, be a